Yeah, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about elevations and how to make elevations for different views of our building plans. We've been able to take the front elevation. Most people actually make mistakes with the other views, that's the right view, the left view, and the rear view elevation. So today I'll be taking a brief class on this elevation view. So I'll be starting with my rear view since I've already done my front view. So I'll just take off with my rear view. So what we need to do first is to pick our construction line. So always make sure you have a clear view by zooming in so you can see what you're doing. So pick on our construction line, then go with our vertical line, that's V, enter. So click from this point to the other end point. Then what do we have on this phase? We have just windows, so you just pick out our windows. We just pick out our windows. So once we are done with that, escape that, then we'll drag it all the way down in order to save. If for those of us that for those of you that followed up with the with this front view, for those of you that followed up with this design, you should be able to understand how we came about this. So once you understand how we came about this, in order to save your time, you just alight the parapet instead of redesigning and redesigning. All this is just to save time. So just make sure we highlight the oh okay, we don't want to highlight the roof, sorry. excuse me we just make sure we highlight the if you need to select and yeah, to be specific. Oh no, okay, okay, yeah. This thing is playing with me, right? Okay, okay, yeah, actually playing with me. So let me just zoom in so I can get a much clearer view of what I want to highlight. Yeah, so okay, so I just highlight what I want, right? Escape. I just highlight what I want to pick out. I'll just highlight, escape. Why is this? Okay, what we are doing is just to highlight the parapet. That's what we want to do. We want to highlight the parapet, so we're just going to just highlight just the parapet area. Okay, I got it. Yes, I did. So parapet, then our belts. For those of you that remember how we came about the belt design, our belts. What else are we highlight the curves of the curve design of the parapets. Make sure everything is highlighted. Make sure everything is highlighted so we will not be going back and forth. Yep, yeah. So you also need to do this with care at the same time. So we pick this line and okay, for reference purpose we just pick this line for reference purpose. So once we're done, we click on copy. So just copy, pick from any point. Pick from any point, then use our navigation to pan so we can have a clear space. Zoom out, pan again, then let's just bring it somewhere close to the rear view where we want to put our rear view, then paste that. So once we're done, we just highlight the whole of this. We highlight everything, make sure everything is highlighted, then we will just rotate. So pick it from any point, then rotate it upside down. Make sure it's facing upside down. Then once we're done, we just highlight everything. Highlight everything, every single one of it. Make sure it is well highlighted. Make sure it is well highlighted, every single one of it. Okay, is well highlighted, excluding this line is just going to serve as our reference point. So once we done, okay, before I forget, highlight every single one of it. Yep, make sure everything is properly highlighted. Then once we're done, we just use our move tool. We use this point. This line is just for our reference point, so we'll click on that line, then we'll bring it all the way here. Make sure it has a reasonable distance away from the building because of our roof. So you click on our navigation tool. Why is this navigation tool playing with me? So click on our navigation tool, then we'll drag it to a position whereby we can still see the plan away from the building. Then we just use this line as a reference line. So let's take it up properly so we have space for the roof. Then we click. So once we're done, we can properly zoom in. Just zoom in. I know we omitted some lines, so which is not a problem. Just correct that with your line. Just correct that with your line. Then match properties if the lines are not as thick. Okay, all this is just to save time. All this is just basically to save time. It's just basically to save time. And imagine, because if okay, sorry, why I actually did not copy the roof design is because although this roof is actually the same as the rear view roof, the two roofs are actually of the same, they are the same design pattern, but as you can see on the roof plan, they're actually the same design pattern. But in the case whereby we have a different design at the rear view, a different roof design at the rear view and a different roof design at the front view, we do not need to copy the roof. Although I ought to have copied it here, but just so that all of us can be on the same page, that's why I did not do that. So we'll just zoom into the plan, then whatever is missing we fill it up. So this line too is also missing. We also attach that. We also attach this line as well. So after doing that, we match property. We just match the property. So once we're done, this line also is missing, so we'll just do some little check and edit. That's just, instead of going through all the old parapet designs and all that work. So yeah, so once we're done, pick our line again. Then, but just in case you're able to get all the selection properly, you don't need to go through all this. You really do not need to go through all this. So that's why it's very important to check match properties for lines that are not of the same thickness. Escape. So once we're done with that, then I'm done with editing my parapets. Let me see what here is not aligning. Okay, this as well. My belt, I omitted this, so EX extend, yeah, let me pick that again. EX enter, then I'll just join it here. Then our match properties, to this place, then here. So trim that off. So just for those of you that you are able to highlight everything properly, you don't need to go through this stress. You really don't. So moving forward, we've been able to get this side. So what next are we going to do? We need our windows, right? Okay, cool and fine. So what we're going to do now is we'll be taking our window level from the base of the building. That's from the building floor. The building floor is starting from this line. Don't forget, don't let us mix it up. This is the belt. The belt is just a design. Don't get it twisted because it's upside down. This is the external ground, the compound floor. Then this is the 450 distance to the building ground floor. Then this is the belt design level. So our actual ground floor is starting from this level, this line here. So we're going to offset upside down. So we're offsetting, we'll be offsetting 1, that's 2.1. Enter. So click on this lower line and bring it up. Yep. So once we're done, we'll offset window height. I'm using 1 2. Then I take it, remember this is upside down. This is upside down. Whenever we're doing our rear view, we're doing it upside down. We're doing it upside down. So always have that in mind to get the exact roof design we're looking for. We need to do it upside down. So that being said, what do we need to pick out here? Our windows. We have 2 windows there. We have one here. So this is one window here. This is one window here, and this is another window here. So fine and good. So let's zoom closely to take out what not. I believe we can still remember how we came about the old window design. CR, enter. So we take this off, and we take this off, and this as well, this as well, and also this. Okay, so fine. So okay, that being done, I just trim the external. Okay, we take this off too, don't forget to take that off. So we're just going to trim the external lines, then zoom in. So I'll trim this off as well. I'll trim this as well. So zoom in properly. All these this line is cutting across. Trim that off too. Then over here as well, we'll do the same thing. Trim this off as well. Trim this off as well. So okay, for the parapets we need to zoom in closely. So we'll trim it off from this point. Then the other side we repeat the same thing. Drag to the other side, then we'll trim it off from here as well. So once we're done, we zoom out. Then we just delete every other line, because at this point they are just irrelevant. Escape, then we just highlight everything from top to bottom, then delete. So once we're done with that, we zoom in. So for those of you that did the belt design, we just take these lines off. Then delete. Then we'll delete them. Then match properties, highlighting this. That's for those of you that did not set the line thickness from base, but if you did, you do not need to go through all this. So just highlight the line thickness, and yeah, there we go. So this is also going to be deleted. So yeah, once we're done, we need to zoom in. I think we done with the rear view. So see how smooth and fast that went. So in case we have the same window the window settings, like the same window measurements from any previous window we've done, we don't need to redesign that again. All we just need to do is we just need to just highlight the inner part of the window. I believe we can still remember this. We just need to just highlight the inner part of the window, just highlight the inner part of the window, then we click on copy, then we pick the outer points, then we use our navigation tool, take it all the way up, zoom in, properly centralize this, then we just pinpoint it to the external point. Oh, okay. Okay, seems like this window measurement is a bit smaller, which is quite funny. Which is actually quite funny. Okay, so I'm just going to manually move this. Yeah. Okay, so once I'm done doing that, then I'll just introduce my chamfer and fillet. Although the window measurements are supposed to be the exact same size, so I guess there was a slight mistake somewhere, but I'm just going to continue with the main point. So moving forward, zoom out. So we're done with our rear view. It's just remaining the roof. So there's something I want all you guys to pick out when doing the roof, the elevations. I was supposed to ignore this class and just move forward to the next class, but sorry, excuse me, but it's actually very important for learners, because most people, when I started doing building elevation, I used to always make the mistake of the same way I did the front elevation. It's usually the same way I do the rear view elevation. Instead of this facing upside down, I tend to face it up. That's where I make the mistake. Take note, this is very important. For every elevation plan, your roof, the direction of the roof is facing the building. The direction of the roof is facing the building plan. So let's take note of that in order to avoid certain mistakes in future. The direction of the roof is always facing the building. So now for the side elevations and all that, and so once we click on our construction line, we're going with horizontal this time around. That's H, then enter. We just pick on the start point and our end point, right? So let's start with this side first. Let's start with our right elevation view first. So we'll zoom in so we have a clear view and drag it down. So let's take out our windows. So we have a window from here to here, then we have another window from here to here, then another window from here to here, then from here to to here, then here to here. So once we're done, we just escape. So now moving forward, what we just do is the same thing we did here. We could actually just repeat it to save us time. This is some of you might see this as lazy work, but trust me, it's not lazy work. It's actually working smart. You don't need to go through the whole design stage when you know you can actually save time. So what's the point? What are you trying to prove? So just highlight one side, then we copy, then we pick it from one point, then we just pan and move it away from the building plan, then we paste. So this time around we'll be rotating it in the direction in which our side elevation is facing. So use the rotate tool, click on rotate, then pick it from this point, then we'll just rotate it like this. Perfect. So once we're done, zoom, highlight. So we're just going to just come and highlight all this. So just come and highlight all this, then we use our move tool, then we'll pick it from this point. Let me zoom in so we'll see the point I'm picking it from. I'm picking it from this point. So pick it from that point, then our navigation tool, zoom out, then take it all the way down. Don't forget, always make sure there's a reasonable distance away from the building because of the roof design. Do not forget, very, very important. I think I have a reasonable distance here. So once we're done, we escape that. So as you can see, the distance of our rear view plan is quite shorter. So what do? Very simple, we just extend our lines to touch the extreme end. So use our extend tool, that's EX, enter. So just take this and the same thing here and here and here and here, exactly. So do the same thing here and here. Just keep repeating just keep extending and extending and extending till it gets to touch the outer line. So yeah, there we have it. So one more, yeah, and we're good to go. So yeah, there we have it. But we still have something missing, right? Okay. So we'll fix that part later. It's not, or let's just do that. Let me just do that now, in order to cause complications. Let me just do that now. So okay, the line actually is not on the line, but we'll just overlook that. So picking all our parapet design, then we'll pick on we'll pick on this as well. So what are we doing? We want to mirror it. Click on mirror. Let me use this point as my reference point, then I'll just mirror it like this. Yep, then enter. Once I'm done, this is a double line, so I'll click on one of this and I'll click on this as well, and I'll just highlight, make sure I highlight every other thing. So once I'm done, I'll just click on my move, then I'll pick on this line. Yep, I'll pick on that line, then I use my zoom tool, my pan rather, to this extreme point here, then I'll select this point and good to go. So once I'm done, I just use my extend, that's EX, enter, enter. So extend this, 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 and this. So we're good. Then don't forget our compound line also is 4.5 away from the building wall, so do not let us forget that. So we offset 4.5, 4500, enter. So we pick this wall, bring it out, sorry, offset, click on offset, then enter 4500, enter. So click on this wall, drag it outside, right? Okay, I am okay, that's it. We have it there. Then we just extend this to meet it as EX, enter, enter. So we just extend this to meet it. Then once we're done, we delete this, escape. So we should not forget that our headroom we're using here is 2:1. So the same way we designed the rear view and the front view is the same thing we're doing here. So there's no rocket science, there's no rocket science there. So offset, and we're using 2:1, then enter. So we'll click on this, then we drag it up as our 2:1, then we offset 1.2 as our window, as the window height I'm using for this building. Then we're having two types of windows. We have the toilet window also. I think I have a toilet window of 600, so offset 600 as well. Excuse me, 600. That is from the top, from the lintel level downwards. Whenever we have a toilet window, some toilet windows height are 600, some are 900, depending. So don't let us get it twisted, don't let us get confused. Or better still, let me just exit that. Let us take out the main windows, then we'll focus on the toilet windows. So we introduce our trim tool, that's TR, enter, enter. We'll trim off the toilet windows, I mean the room and toilet windows rather. We'll just trim them off. As you can see, this is a guideline, so we'll just trace it all the way down. This is a window here, there's another window here, so we're trimming this off. Then we have another window here, so this is not a window. We'll just trim off our windows. I think, yeah, we have a toilet window here, so we'll just trim this off. Then we'll trim this off. Then what else do we have? We use our navigation tool, drag it all the way down. Then we'll trim this off. We'll trim this off as well, and we'll trim this off. So good. So we have one toilet window. Don't forget, focus. The toilet window height is usually different, so we use 600 from, it's usually not the same height with the other windows, so we use 600. We take it from the top all the way down. So once we're done with that, we use our trim tool and take out this line, then we delete this line. So there we go, there we have it. So for I'm only matching properties because I'm using two different line thickness. So for those of you that set that right from start, you don't need to go through all this. You do not need to go through all this. So I'm using it to highlight all that. Then yeah, once you're done, escape. So moving forward, I'm going to trim all this off, or better still, I'm going to just trim out the extreme edge. That's TR, enter. I'll just trim out this edge and this edge, then the rest I'm going to have to delete them, then delete. So once I'm done, I'll just properly zoom in. Yeah, pan, then okay, just take this off, delete. Then yeah, that line did not meet at the exact point, so because of time I was supposed to take that again, but we're moving forward. So here's my pan. So yeah, zoom out, then we'll take the other extreme edge. So zoom in, we'll take the other extreme edge. I'll trim this off as well. TR, enter. So I'll trim this off, then I'll zoom out to delete the rest. So I'll just delete the rest. Highlight, delete. Do not forget to always delete lines that are cutting through each other, that are cutting across each other. Do not forget to delete. So then yeah, this extra lines here, we do not need them, so delete as well. So once we're done, what else is remaining? Okay, I think I need to extend this line, so I'll just delete this, then extend. That's EX, enter. Yeah, extend. Yeah, let's not forget we have our our line shooting outside by 80. So would insert 80. That's offset 80, enter. Take note of, sorry, offset 80. Take note of this little adjustment that we're making. Then extend EX, enter. Yep, and yeah, so escape, and we zoom in. Focus on this. This is our trim to TR, enter. Then take this off. I'm really taking my time because of I'm trying to explain this to you guys. If I'll be designing this by myself, okay, sorry, don't let me do that. I was just about to talk about myself, but this is not about me, it's about you guys. So once we're done, we'll focus on this side. So in order for us not to waste because it's the same length we have on this side, that's what we have on the other side. So what we're just going to do is I'm just going to highlight everything here aside from the windows, and in case we have door openings, aside from the windows, and in case of designs that we have other door openings. So we'll just highlight that, then we'll click on the copy. So would I'll just copy all this. I'll copy all this, then I'll copy all this, take it to a fresh page. Let me put it here. Then what do I do from here? I'll just mirror this, or let me just rotate it instead to save time. So I'll just rotate all this. I'll click on my rotate, then I'll just rotate this. Hey, it's cutting across my this thing. Okay, it's too close. Let's drag it down a little bit. Let's drag it lower. Let that go a lot lower. So I'll just use my move tool. I'll move it a lot lower. Yeah, I think this distance should be fine. So what do I do next? I'll highlight all this, then I'll rotate. That's what I'm going to do next. I'll rotate to it facing the other side. Then yeah, once I have that, I'm good. So I move closer, then zoom in. I'll just take up my window outlines. I want to believe we still remember how we came about the window designs, for those of you that followed my previous class with front elevation. So I'm just trying to save our time. I do not want to go back into that details. What I'm focused on this class is the roof design detailing for our other elevation view. So what do we do now? We're going to use our construction line, but first we need to have a clear view of the area we are working on. So yeah, so once we're done, we escape this, then we'll click on our construction line. Then we're using horizontal, H, enter, pick on our wall points, then we start removing our windows. So we have a window here, window opening from this point to this point, and we have another window opening from this point to this point, and another window opening from this point to this point, then this point to this point. Oh, funny enough, the windows are actually very, very funny. The windows are actually the same measurement aside from this window, but just in the case whereby we have different, this is just a coincidence. It's not usually like this. This is just a sample anyways. So escape. So we have to pick that separately. Then once we're done, we just go and pick our just highlight all this first. Then we use our move to click on move. Then we need to specify a point. So zoom in to specify a point. Sorry, zoom in to specify a point. Let's take this point. So we'll take it all the way, yeah. So zoom in still, make sure we have a reasonable distance away from the building because of our roof plan design. So we'll zoom in properly so we don't make that same mistake of the line crossing across each other. So we'll zoom in properly, then let's bring it down so we have enough space for our roof design. I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. So there we have it. And navigation to click on navigation to and zoom out. So once we have that, this is our roof plan. We should not forget that the reason why this roof is facing like this is so that we can actually have our roof design. We are going to, well, don't let me take it. We'll get to that very soon. Don't let me be too forward. So yeah, the same thing we did from the other side. So we'll offset the window headroom from the base. Our base is starting from here, so we'll set 2-1. That's 2-1. Enter. That's the height of the lintel. That's the lintel level. Then I'll click on offset again. The window height I'm using 1-2. Then enter. So I just drag it all the way there. So what am I doing from here? I want to pick up my windows. So I have this plan as a reference. So I have a window here. So what am I doing? I'm using my trim tool. That's yeah. So the idea here is to make sure all the entire building views, as the front view, the right view, the rear view, and the left view are all facing the plan. That's how we are going to get a proper roof detail. So from this point, what we're going to do next is zoom in. Let's take the rear view first of all. So this is what we're going to do. So for the rear view, zoom in, right? So take this off. So we use the construction line angle. We use angle 30 for our front view. That is A, enter, 30, enter. So angle 30, this point here, and escape. Then construction line again, angle, it has A, enter, then minus 30 for the other side, then enter. So we'll click on this point here, then we escape. So what do we do next? Trim, TR, enter, enter. So take this off, we take this off, then what else? We use our zoom tool or pan, then we'll just trim this off. Yeah, so once we're done, okay, let me just match property. So from this point, in order to save time, yeah, what I just do is okay, let's delete this off. What I do is we are going to delete any other line cutting across. What I just do is I just tend to come and copy. I just use copy and paste. If I have similar lines or similar details, I just come and copy and paste and save myself all the stress. So I'll click on this line. I'll click on this line here. Yes, I'll click on that line there. Oh, sorry, not that line. I'll click on this line here rather. Then I'll click on, okay, I think what I just need to do is I'll just click on this line, sorry, this line, and this line. Yeah, that's what I need. So go to copy all, or we'll just copy all this. I'll just copy all this, then we can as well, you know, do the old detailing and offsets and whatnot. I even think offsetting will be faster, funny enough. Yeah, it's actually going to be faster. What I would have done with this is I would just rotate this, then pin and all that, but let's just do it directly. Offset, we used 80, right? Offset 80, enter. So take 80 from here, taking it outside, take 80 from here, taking it outside. So what do we need to do next? Introduce our fillet and chamfer. We're connecting this to this, then repeat, right click, repeat fillet, and connect this to this, then repeat fillet again, then we connect this to this, then we're done. So once that is done, I'd rather leave the action to the last stage, so we'll just arch every other thing together. So for our right and left view, this is very technical. This is where we need our roof plan. So this is our roof line is properly positioned. Make sure this is not moved. This our roof line is not moved from where we copied and edited our roof plan, so that we can get the exact point at which we're going to cut them from. Let me explain all that talking I just did. So this is what I mean. We'll zoom in. We need 2 points here. 2 points are very critical here. We have 2 critical points here. So we have this point and this point. So what do? We will use our construction line. Click on construction line, then we use our horizontal line as H and enter. So click on this point here. You can see the point, right? Click on that point. Click on this other point. Yeah, I have 2 points there. Click on those 2 points. So once we're done, the rest is easy peasy. So what are we doing here now? In order for us to get the height of this roof, we just come here. We'll pick in order for us to use measurement tool, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, would see utilities located to our right, our upper right hand side. So under utility, once we just put our mouse to utility, we have a drop down. Once we put our mouse here, drop down comes down, then we'll click on measure. Measure is to get distance measurement. So we'll click on measure, then we'll pick it from this point, from the point we want to measure to the point we are measuring to. Then it gives us the total distance. So the total distance here is 2. We have a distance of 2.25. Okay, let's just round it up to be 22. Let me just use a roof height of 2.2. So or 2.250. So yeah, I'll be using 2250 mm for my roof height. So I'll come here, offset, let's say 2250, extend. So my roof height will be starting from this line. Let us zoom in properly. My roof height will be starting from this line. So take it out, right? So once we're done, zoom out, then same thing applicable to here as well. So my roof line will be starting from this point, then we zoom out. So I hope you get it. So once we're done with that, the rest is very easy. So all we need to do from here is just pick our line. We just go and pick our line. So we'll click on line, then we'll take it from this point here, from this point, and we'll drag it to this point, escape. Then same thing on this side, from this point we'll click on line again, from this point to this point here where it cuts across, and escape. Once we're done, then we'll take it all the way to the other side. We'll repeat the same thing. So just click on line, click on our line from this point to this point here, and escape. Then drag all the way down. Then click on our line again. Click on line. Then we'll take it from this point, bring it all the way to this point. Yep. So once we're done, we introduce our trim tool. See how enter. So we'll trim this off. Then we'll trim this off, and we'll trim this off. So once that is done, we'll go to the other side. We'll repeat the same thing. We'll trim this off, and we'll trim this off. Then we'll take it all the way up, find all the way up. We'll trim this, and we'll trim this. So once that is done, we'll zoom out. Then we'll just escape. Then we'll delete every other line because we will not be needing them. So just highlight every other line, highlight every other line. They will not be needed. Then delete. So once we're done, we'll zoom in. Then I'll click on my match property. Then I'll just match the lines are not of the same line width, so I'll match them. So once I'm done doing that, I would zoom out. Then from this point, don't forget our distance of offset, our distance of 80 offset. So we do it 80, then enter. We take it outside. So we zoom in, have a clear view, and zoom in. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's just do that for both sides. So 80 offsets outside, 80 offsets outside. Same thing applicable here. 80 offsets outside, then 80 offsets outside, and same thing here, 80 offsets outside. So once that is done, don't forget to introduce our fillets and chamfer to close up those points that are still opening. So just zoom in properly, then pick this point and this point to close up. Right click, repeat fillets, this point and this point to close up. Then take it all the way down. Take it all the way down. Then take it all the way down. Then pick this point. We would click on our fillet and chamfer again. Pick this point and this point. Right click, repeat fillets. Click on this point and this point. Yeah. So once we're done, we repeat the same thing on the other side. Repeat the same thing on the other side. So pick fillet and chamfer again. Pick this point and this point to close it up. Then pick this again. Then pick this point and this point to close that up too. Then pan all the way down and zoom in. So we pick our fillet and chamfer again. We pick this point and this point to close it up. Then same thing applicable here as well. So our fillet and chamfer to close all this. So once we're done, right, I'm just going to highlight this. I'll highlight this, everything starting from my right hand view. Then I'll move it. I'll just move it. Oh my goodness. I'll move it all the way down. I'll move it here, right? I'll just put it there. Then I'll zoom in. I'll move it to a new space, then zoom in. So once I'm done, I'll just I'm just going to rotate this to just I'll just highlight this, then I'll rotate this. So escape. I did not click on rotate, so I'll highlight all this, then I'll click on rotate. So I'll just rotate this. Yep. So once I'm done, I think I'll good with that. Then I'll pick this is right. So it's always better for us to label it. So from our next class, I'll just give a very brief class on detailing, so we would know how to do that. So we're just going to highlight everything, make sure everything is properly highlighted, every single one of them, not omitting anyone, not omitting any part of it, or else we'll have to start picking them one by one again. So highlight everything, then move, click on move, and I'll pick it from this point, drag it all the way down to a very clear space. So where I can get a clear space, I'll just span it all the way down. So yeah, if I have a space here, so I'll just pick this point here. Then once I'm done, span it all the way up, then I'll highlight everything. The point is, we just need to just make everything to face upright after getting the details from the actual building plan. So we'll rotate this till it's properly standing. Very clear. I think we have it at this point. Yep, there we go. So like I said, we have a line not cutting across, so we just extend this EX, enter. So we need to be careful with all these detailings. Very important. Very important. If we omit any line, we'll have to manually impute that by ourselves. So escape, TR, enter. So yeah, we have that sorted out. So what's remaining from here is our rear view. So we'll just manually go and pick that up. So mind you, we have this to be our right. Okay, in fact, let me just have that corrected. This is supposed to, this is our right view. I'll put this on the right so as not to have any mix up before labeling. So I'll put this to be my right hand view, and this is my left view. So I'll highlight this, I'll properly highlight this, then I'll put this on my left hand side as my left view, right? Okay, then it's remaining my rear view. So I'll just I'll just come and pick this up. I'll highlight all this as well. I'll highlight all this, highlight, then I'll click on move. So I'll pick it from this point, then I'll just drag it all the way down, and I'll paste this here. So after doing that, I highlight that again, then I'll use my rotate tool. So I'll just rotate this, pick it from this point here, rotate this like this. So once I'm done, I highlight and position properly using my move tool. I'll take it from here, then I'll put it here. So I'm done. So this is my front view, my right view, my left view, and my rear view. So once that is done, I think what's left is just for me to insert the arch tool, right? So now to attach the arch tool, we just have it properly zoomed in to a reasonable extent, right? Okay, so for my roof, I hope you've not forgotten. We'll click on our arch. I'll click on arch, then it brings us here. Then we'll select our roof type. Then let's use angle 45. Then let's set our scale. Set my scale to 20. So depending on the pattern you're using, will depend on the type of scale you're using. So please take note of this. It varies. So we'll click on our pattern again. Then I'll click on that. Then same thing applicable here, and same thing applicable here as well. So once we're done, we just escape. So yeah, it's remaining our base. So we'll come here. What did I use for my base again? Yeah, I think I used this. So okay, I think we use this to be angle 90, I suppose. Then we use this to be 1.2. Yeah, so we'll click on this again, then come here and just click that there, then we'll come here and put that there, then we'll come here and no, Control Z. We'll come here and put that there. So escape. So we're done. So from our next class, we'll be taking how to label, and we'll be taking cross sections. We still have a lot of classes to take on our AutoCAD 2D classes. We have cross sections. We have how to convert files to PDF, and how to print, and how to save your files, and some other basic tools, how to transfer your files from DWG to RVT, that's Revit files, and all that. So from our next class, we'll pick it up from here. Thank you for coming to my AutoCAD class. My name remains Dunson. See you in my next class. Have an amazing day.